Well, hello again, Steve and Veronica Kibler here, and today we're at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies.
So join us as we come into this beautiful aquarium and look at the different fish and sea and river fishes that they have in here.
Yeah, there's all kinds of neat fish in here.
This is
penguins.
Yes, and penguins too. This is a beautiful aquarium located in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And it's very, very big. So here we're looking at a humongous tortoise skeleton. Mm-hmm. Not sure if that's real or if it's a replica.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It might be a replica. Mm-hmm. But here we're walking into the rainforest area. Mm-hmm. And oh boy, is it busy today. Lots of folks out here with their little ones looking at the fish. Mm-hmm. Here we're walking into this beautiful tropical rainforest, and we're going to take a look at some fish. So here they have what they're calling a red hook, which is a reddish hook shaped mark that gives this fish its name. It says look at the lower rear fin for that red hook mark. Oh my goodness, aren't these beautiful?
All the fish are so beautiful at this aquarium. If you have the time and you want to see a nice aquarium, this is a great place to stop in and see.
Then they have the piranhas. Oh my goodness, a red belly piranha. So the marker says a hungry school of piranha can clean a carcass in minutes. And these are found in rivers in Venezuela, Guyana, Paraguay, and the Amazon basin of South America.
Yeah.
And I remember back in the 70s, there was a movie where they had piranhas in it, and it was, as a kid watching that, it was kind of scary.
Huh?
Looking at how the piranhas, when they're really hungry, they can eat very, very fast, and they do have sharp little teeth.
They certainly do.
If you look real close, I believe one of these was kind of smiling at us. You could see the teeth. See that one right there? Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. And they also have electric eels here. So the marker says that an electric eel can generate a charge of 600 volts. That's 5 times as powerful as the wall outlets that power lamps and computers. Mm-hmm. And these eels can be found in fresh waters of the Amazon and Orinoco rivers in South America.
Yeah, the eel's the thing that looks kind of like a stick or a log back there in the back.
It's kind of big, too.
Yeah. And this is the backside of a waterfall.
Yes.
In case you wonder what the backside of water looks like. I stole that from Disney.
And they also have these amazing poison dart frogs. I've seen some of these in movies. And it says, the marker says that a tiny dart frog's bright colors are a warning to predators. The skin secretes poison. Some species are only mildly toxic. Others are so deadly that natives in South America coat their hunting darts with the toxin. And these are found in the rainforest of South and Central America. They sure do have some bright colors on some of these.
Very beautiful.
But very deadly.
Yeah, so don't eat them.
Or touch them.
Yeah.
You could see that bright orange one, and then there's that green one at the bottom with some black stripes on it. Mm-hmm. And they're so small.
There's another little one over there
on the right. Mm-hmm. Mm. And this is what they're calling the axolotl. And the marker states it's an aquatic salamander that retains juvenile characteristics throughout its life. A process called neoteny. It has a broad head, lidless eyes, large tail, and underdeveloped limbs.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy looking.
Yes, they are, and these are found in 2 of Mexico's lakes, Lake Xochimilco and Lake Chalco. They are the only places you will find them in the wild. And now we're walking into a different area, And we're going to come over here and look at something they're calling the
Sea walnut.
Sea walnut. So the marker says that these grow up to 5 inches.
It's kind of like a jellyfish.
They are native to a western Atlantic Ocean and invasive to the eastern Atlantic Ocean from the Mediterranean to the coast of Sweden. Like it's jellyfish cousin. So it is a cousin.
Mm-hmm.
This stenophore contains mesoglia, a gelatinous material compound of mostly water and fibrous proteins. Translucent bluish color.
Yeah, I mean it's really kind of cool to watch them.
They just float around.
Yeah.
They are pretty amazing looking. They do have the shape of walnuts.
Yeah.
And we're gonna now take a look at what they're calling the Atlantic Mayhaden. Mayhaden have long, closely set gills, rakers, which form a sieve for slithering plankton as they swim through the water with their mouth wide open. The Mayhaden fishery is one of the largest and well-managed fisheries on the East Coast.
Yeah, I think it's pretty neat watching these things with their mouths open. That's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of me at a buffet.
Pretty color, too.
Yeah.
Very, very pretty and shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Pez escorpión maleza. So they had the markers in Spanish and English as well. And this is a sea goblin. And the sea goblins are ambush predators, burying under sand, waiting to surprise unsuspecting prey.
Mm-hmm.
Sea goblins are related to scorpionfish. They have venomous spines. They use for defense.
Wow.
And they grow up to 9 inches in size, and they're found in the Indo-Pacific.
Kind of neat looking. It kind of remind me of a lionfish also.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. And do you see the starfish back there as well? That one looks like it's kind of mad or something.
Mm-hmm.
They are kind of scary looking if you look at them this close up.
Well, I might be getting confused between that fish there and the other thing that we just looked at. Unless that's the same.
I think they had 2 different types in here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I only was able to capture one of the markers information. Because they also have starfish, but I didn't see any information on those.
Mm-hmm.
But those are kind of neat, how they just sit there quietly, not moving hardly at all.
Yeah, it's a very cool fish.
And then they have the one called a long-nosed
baitfish.
Batfish.
Batfish.
Batfish. And the long-nosed batfish are bottom dwellers located in the western Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico, and the Caribbean Sea. Longhorn batfish are also called walking batfish. They utilize their strong pectoral and pelvic fins to walk along the seafloor. And they can grow up to 9 inches long. So, yeah, they do kind of look like a bat.
Mm-hmm. And you can see, like, just looking at their fins there that stick out on the side, that they're using kind of like a flipper, like a turtle does or something.
Yeah.
A sea turtle. Mm-hmm.
They do. And then they had some other types of the bigger fish over here. They have the sharks.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to see some more sharks later. That's the top side of the area that the sharks are in.
Yes. And they have another one called here, the esponjas in Spanish, but these in English they're calling sea apples. So these are, the Marco says, sea apples are a type of sea cucumber. Sea apples use their tentacles to filter food out of water. Sea apples, when threatened, can release a toxin or their internal organs into the water. So that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And they're found in Indo-Pacific waters. They had different shapes of them, too. So.
Yeah. I think these things are amazing. Yeah. And another look from the top side of the shark tank.
Yeah, this is where they have the sea turtle and sharks and sawfish. So we'll be going a level further down to look at them closer up. But this is a view from the top. And they're so beautiful.
Yeah, again, this aquarium is amazing. I mean, I was really surprised to find it in Gatlinburg. When I was a kid growing up and going to the Smoky Mountains, they didn't have this there, you know.
So this is the area they call the Shark Lagoon, and it does have a few big sharks in it.
Yeah, really cool looking sharks.
It's amazing how all those smaller fish are, still in there.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think the sharks would eat them, but I guess not.
Yeah.
See the tail there?
Yeah, you can see the back fin, yeah.
Or the fin, not the tail.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to, get bit by a shark by any stretch of the imagination, but I think, sharks get a little more of a bad rap than what they,
yes.
really do.
And that's a sawfish, I think.
Yeah. The fish shark.
Oh my goodness, look at all these amazing, incredible fish. Just amazing. Just how they just all live in that same lagoon. And see the turtle? It just swims around next to the sharks.
Just having a good old time.
Pretty amazing. And they only have the one turtle.
That we've seen.
You think
is that? Did you read that?
I think I did read somewhere where it's the one turtle.
Okay.
So I hope they get some more because I think they're pretty incredible looking. So I could stand here for just a very long time and just look at all this beautiful sea life and just take it in, and it's so relaxing to just look at these creatures swimming around.
There really is so much to see here at this aquarium. I know this might be a little bit of a long video, but I mean, there's just so much to see.
It's a great place to visit.
Yeah, and it takes you probably about 2 hours to go
if
you really want to look good.
Yes,
to go through everything. I mean, you take longer. I could have spent more time in there.
It's a great place to bring kids if you have children. They also have play areas for them as well. But we've brought our granddaughter here before, and she has really enjoyed it. And they also so here's another part of the lake, but this is a little bit darker area, so the camera wasn't capturing it very well.
These fish either live in a real dark area or deep water or something.
And here they have a souvenir area where you can buy souvenirs and a play area for the kids. So the little ones really enjoy this play area. And then they have in this other aquarium, they have different fish, and this one we saw one called
some Oscars.
The Oscar, and it says the eye spot on the tail fools predators into attacking the wrong end of this fish, allowing it to dart away. So they also have one called the pacu, and the marker stated that that this piranha relative is a vegetarian. And during the fruiting season, pacus fatten up on seeds and fruits that fall from trees into the water.
Wow.
So yeah, very, very interesting. Yes, and so they have a lot of different species in this aquarium. So feel free to pause the video if you want to read the markers. So a lot of interesting information. They also have one called the armored catfish. And it states on the marker that it's thick, sharp scales protect this shy catfish that cruises along river bottoms, sucking up mud, leaves, insects, and shrimp. So the information they provide is very interesting.
Yeah.
And here I'm saying hello to everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining us on this little aquarium visit. Or visit to this little aquarium.
Yeah.
Lots of fun to come over here and check these out. And this section has the potbelly seahorses, which are really neat, and also the ornate cowfish. But these are some of my favorite, the seahorses. And the ones we're looking at, the marker said that it's one of the largest seahorses species in the world, with a length of up to 35 centimeters. And it's the largest in Australia. So something interesting is that it also says that the male seahorse brood, or I think I'm saying that correctly, hopefully I am, 300 to 700 young at a time, and can have up to 4 broods in a summer. And the ornate cowfish, also in this tank, one way you can tell the males from the females is that the males are typically brighter in color.
I just love looking at the seahorses. I think they're so amazing. Of course, these little fish are really cool also.
They're like busy just swimming all over the place.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of something that you wind up and let go in the
yes, they do.
water. Yeah.
They're really cute. But so far, the seahorses are my favorite. Just something really interesting and unique about the fact that they look like a horse, and then they have the little monkey tail that they can anchor themselves to something to, stay put. And this is a different tank, and this one had all types of beautiful, bright colored fish.
Yes.
Those really bright yellow colors and the blue. Absolutely gorgeous.
This kind of reminds me of like Finding Nemo or something like that.
Because there's so many different colors, and they're all busy going back and forth, swimming around. Definitely.
Very colorful. Yeah, this tank here, I could probably sit and look at it the longest. I don't know why. I guess the vivid colors just, attract my eye.
And it was interesting because they have it kind of dark in the building, so I'm not sure. I guess maybe because under the sea it is dark.
Yeah, it's darker.
Maybe that's why, but yeah.
Light doesn't penetrate down as much.
That's true. But these are really fun to look at.
But I think they probably have lights above the aquariums that help bring out the colors. So you can see the colors better.
Yeah, see that bright little blue one there at the bottom, and then this bright yellow. Those were some of my favorite ones in this aquarium. They have a lot of the striped ones too, with the black and white stripes. So I don't know if they had a marker. I don't remember seeing a marker for this one, but I'm curious to know about how many different species they have in this tank.
Yeah, they probably had a marker. Somehow we missed it. I think we were probably just so amazed by the beauty of the fish that we somehow missed it.
They look like they're busy, just like a city of fish.
Yeah, they got something going on.
They're busy to get from one side of the aquarium to the other.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of people going to work in the morning. Everybody,
Exactly.
In a hurry to get to work.
Or they're trying to get their steps in. I got to get my swimming in.
Yes. But those yellow ones are just so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That looked like somewhat of like a brown with spots on it. They have some big ones in there too. And here I am. Hello everyone. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful aquarium of fish. It's just so interesting. So many things in here.
Makes you want to get in there and swim with them, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Some of them are just hanging out real close to the glass.
Mm-hmm.
And then those little ones were chasing each other. Like, I'm thinking they're juveniles because see how they're playing like kids play, like when little kids chase each other around in the playground.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're full of energy.
Yeah, because we saw bigger versions of that same fish, so I'm thinking they're juvenile.
Yes, and the bigger versions were just kind of swimming real slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like us adults when we slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And you kept pointing that one out to me because his face was kind of shaped, kind of an interesting shape.
Yeah. I think that it was this tank that one of the fish kind of almost had a human face.
Yes, it was. I could remember you could telling me to look at it. And then this one's the weedy sea dragon. Again, really interesting. And the marker said that the camouflage hides the sea dragon from predators and allows it to slowly approach and slurp up shrimp and other small prey. Like seahorses, male sea dragons get pregnant and give birth to the young. And these grow up to be like 18 inches long, and it's really interesting how they blend in with the seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
They have that shape of the seaweed, so I think that's how they can hide within that seaweed and survive.
Yeah, they have a really neat camouflage. And you can barely see that fin that's moving on the back of that dragon. Yeah.
And see how they just kind of float really slow? Kind of like the way the seaweed would move in the ocean. They kind of mimic that same movement. So very interesting. They're beautiful too.
Yeah, I thought these were one of the most amazing looking creatures. Beautiful, beautiful creatures.
Absolutely. And now we are going to make our way over to the Shark Lagoon, and we're going to hop on the moving ramp, what they call the glide path. And this is now we're looking at the Shark Lagoon from the bottom. And they have sand tiger sharks in here, sandbar sharks, sawfish, nurse sharks, the green sea turtle, and other large fish as well, large and small.
Yeah, they did a really good job with this aquarium. Oh man, it's amazing. All the stuff they got in there.
The markers were stating that the sand shark is a gaping mouth and snaggle teeth make these sharks look fierce, but they attack only if provoked.
Oh, there you go.
And they can grow up to be up to 10.5 feet. So very, very big.
Mm-hmm.
They also have what they call a yellowtail snapper in here that grows up to 30 inches in size. And the yellowtail snapper fish feeds on plankton, the tiny drifting larvae of fish, shrimp, and crab. To keep up its energy, it eats continuously.
Wow.
Now, the sandbar shark, the marker stated that this shark feeds near the bottom and isn't particular about what it eats.
Wow.
It'll eat fish, sharks, octopus, squid, and crustaceans. And those grow up to 8 feet long.
Wow.
So they're pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the ones that I find very interesting is the sawfish.
Yeah.
And the marker states that the sawfish gets the name from the long saw-like snout, edged with bony teeth. I didn't know that the snout actually has teeth. Once plentiful, sawfish are now so rare they are seldom seen. So,
Oh, that's too bad.
hopefully they
can make a recovery.
and those can grow up to 18 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
So they're pretty big.
I mean, they're something to see. I tell you, when you see that for the first time, that's pretty amazing. Now this, it's kind of like a moving sidewalk, for lack of better words. You know, the thing that you stand on.
The glide path.
Yeah, the glide path. But you can walk off to the side if you want to take your time.
And the nurse shark marker states the nurse shark eats bottom-dwelling fish and invertebrates. The barbels, which are the thin, fleshly whiskers-like organs on the lower jaw in front of the nostrils that sense touch and taste, help the shark locate potential food.
As you can see, we're underneath. You know, the aquarium goes over your head. It's kind of neat.
That shark, the nurse shark, they grow up to 14 feet.
Wow.
Those are
big.
even bigger than some of the other ones. And this is also the area where the sea turtle lives. And when they sleep, they often tuck their flippers close to their body and float near the water's surface or settle on the ocean floor. And they can sleep up to 4 to 7 hours underwater before coming up for air.
Now that's amazing.
Pretty amazing. And I believe the name of this turtle is called Sally, and she weighs about 420 pounds.
Well, Sally, you're a beautiful turtle.
Beautiful, beautiful. She's over 30 years old, and turtles can live I'm not sure specifically which species, but I have read that some turtles can live up to 100 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
But they have like this, I don't know if that's ever was a real ship or not, but there's something in there that looks like a boat, a boat wreckage.
Yes. And the fish seem to like it. They swim inside and around it, and see the school of fish all near that boat. I wonder if they find like it might be like kind of protection for them.
It's habitat. Yeah.
Like they can just dart in there and hide from the bigger predators.
Well, it'd be fun. I mean, I have snorkeled with beautiful fish before in Mexico, but it'd be neat to go to some of the other, coral reefs or what have you, and snorkel or scuba dive and see all the beautiful fish.
I always worry they might come up to me and try to bite me.
Yeah.
And
I was trying to rub the belly.
The belly of that shark.
Yeah.
It looked like it was sleeping. It was just laying there.
Yeah, just hanging out.
It wasn't moving, so I think it was sleeping. It's interesting to just watch them in their the regular natural environment.
Yeah.
And see how they behave.
But this part of the aquarium is really, really neat when you're going underneath the aquarium. I think some other aquariums might have this feature also, but it's really neat to walk underneath the fish, you know.
And it moves slow, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
You could take your time looking at everything in kind of like slow motion.
And this is another aquarium here, I think.
This is at the end of that aquarium, but it seemed like it was a little bit separated. And these look like really thin fish, like almost if they were made out of tin, because they're so silvery looking. So very interesting. And they were all just swimming very close to each other.
And
then they
you
have
got the mini donuts.
the snack section. And our granddaughter Elsie really enjoyed these mini donuts last time we were here. So they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And they smell delicious.
Yeah, they smell really good. Yeah.
So it is February, but in Gatlinburg, we're going to enter here the coral reef area. But in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, this area of Tennessee, the Smokies, they keep Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
Up through February, so that's why you're seeing the snowman in this clip.
Yeah. Yes, that's
So
a good point.
very festive. And in the Gallery of the Seas, we're looking at some coral reefs here. So very interesting. The marker stated that coral reefs are fragile. Most reefs occur in shallow coastal waters where they are susceptible to silt, sewage, and other nutrients from human activity.
Yeah.
These are some of the things that pose a significant risk to coral reefs. So very interesting and really neat to look at these coral reefs. The different colors and how they move. I mean, they're stationary, but you can see movement on them.
I mean, it's a living thing.
It is. It's just incredible the life that lives, in the sea. And now we're looking at the pez león colorado in Spanish, and in English, the lionfish, which it says that the lionfish prey on other fish. Using their large colorful fins, a lionfish can corral their prey. And it also stated on the marker that although the lionfish are Pacific in origin, this species is considered an invasive species in the Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea, and the Atlantic Ocean. The specimens you see before you have been collected from the Atlantic Ocean by Ripley's aquarium staff.
Oh. I think it's a neat looking fish, but I guess it's an invasive species. So
Yeah, and the Pacific Sea nettle. So this is a jellyfish. Jellies use a method of jet propulsion to swim against currents. However, jellies can utilize ocean currents to carry them from place to place.
Yeah, again, this is something you can just watch for a long time. They're just, I don't know if graceful is the right word, but it's hypnotizing, in other words, to just watch them.
Yes, you can just stand there and look at them. And I mean, I could stand here longer than we did. There was other folks waiting to look at these as well. So we moved out of the way to allow the little kids to also take a look.
Yeah.
But I could just stand here and look at these for a very long time. It's just pretty amazing how they move. It's just those pulpations that they make with their whole body. Pretty incredible. And they have what they're calling giant Japanese spider crabs. And this tank was kind of interesting because they had this really bright red color in it.
Yeah.
So it looked kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
And the marker stated that these can grow up to 12 feet in claw span.
Wow.
So very
12
big.
feet.
12 feet.
Wow.
And that this is the world's largest arthropod. This crab grows by molting, shedding its old shell. So that's molting means shedding its old shell. And the newly molted crab has a new shell which is soft and flexible. After escaping from its old shell, the crab fills with seawater, stretching its new shell to a larger size.
Wow.
The giant Japanese spider crab may take years between molds and is believed to have a life expectancy of up to 100 years.
No way. Yeah.
That's what the marker said.
Yeah.
So
It's an amazing looking thing.
pretty interesting.
Yeah. There's some more, I don't know if you call them sea urchins or...
Yeah, I don't recall this one having a marker on it. They were doing some work next to this tank, but nevertheless, very interesting life in here. You see the starfish there, and then all kinds of other growing things in here. They almost
Kind of looks like cotton, huh?
like cotton, like sponges and cotton, and different colors too.
It's all interesting. I mean, there's nothing in there that's not worth looking at. I mean, there's
I
some-
agree, totally agree.
Everything has its own little beauty or uniqueness to it.
Absolutely, very unique.
There's a fish, yeah.
Like little miniature trees growing in there. Almost look like a little tropical trees of some sort.
And there's some other type of fish in the background there.
It looked like they were
Or
sleeping.
there's eels or something.
Maybe they're eels. They were
Yeah.
sleeping. Whatever they were doing looked like they were
Yeah.
very calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going now into the Stingray Bay area, where they have spotted eagle rays and lesser devil rays, cownal rays, and some other ones. But very, very neat to look at these.
Yeah, I thought the ray exhibit was really neat to look at also. I don't never realized that there's that many rays, different types of rays.
Yes, it's amazing how many different species. The marker said that the spotted eagle rays can leap their entire bodies out of the water while swimming close to the surface.
Wow.
Those spots on the back of a spotted eagle ray are similar to fingerprints in humans, and that each animal has its own unique pattern of spots.
Mm.
Scientists can use these patterns to identify individual rays. So that was really cool. And the marker also stated that the lesser devil ray are also known as Atlantic devil rays or Atlantic mobula rays. They get their name from their cephalic fins, which look like horns when curled but can be unfurled to direct food into their mouths.
Oh, interesting.
And they also have a cownose ray. The cownose rays are named for their distinctly creased head lobes that resemble the nose of a cow. Cownose rays can have a wingspan of up to 3 feet and weigh up to 50 pounds.
Man.
The largest cownose ray ever recorded was 7 feet long from wing tip to wing tip.
That's amazing.
Pretty amazing.
It's just something neat about watching them. They remind me of a kite, but not in the air.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking when we were looking
Yeah.
at these. Like I was thinking they look like kites flying up in the sky when you look at them from below.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a pretty cool African penguin exhibit too. And they also have what they call March of the Penguins daily at 1:15 p.m. So that's pretty neat. That's
Yeah, you can see them walking
the
around.
kids really enjoy that.
The penguins are fun to watch. You know.
Yes, our granddaughter loves looking at penguins.
Mm-hmm.
She got very excited when she saw them the aquarium and the zoo when we took her to
When
the
we
zoo.
went to the zoo in Evansville,
She
got
Indiana.
to feed a penguin.
Yeah, she got to feed a penguin. And here we're looking at the outside of the aquarium. We have some folks out here taking
Doing some
advantage
fishing.
of the river and fishing in it. Yep.
Hmm.
And we wanted to look at the penguins from the outside because they are able to swim underneath and come over to this side of the aquarium and get some sunlight.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
So that was fun to see them swimming back and forth out here.
You'll notice there's a little band on his little fin there that has their name on it.
Oh, they're so neat to look at.
Yeah.
They're so happy just swimming around and taking in a little bit of that sun, trying to peek through the clouds.
Mhm.
But we are having a wonderful time looking at all these sea creatures at Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. So we definitely recommend this
Yeah,
aquarium. It's an
It's
amazing.
worth a stop in to see.
It's
Yeah.
an amazing aquarium, and they have parking behind the building.
Yeah, there's a parking garage,
Mhm.
called the Aquarium Parking Garage.
So very easy to just park there and walk down to the building and get your tickets. But if you're liking this video, give it a like. We thank you so much for joining us in this really fun day at the Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. We had a wonderful time. And here we're still looking at these beautiful penguins.
Yeah.
It's a great, great place to visit, especially when it is cooler outside in this area.
This is the March of the Penguins. It's fun to watch them walk around. They're so
Yes.
cute.
If you're looking for something to do indoors during the cold season in Tennessee, this is a great place to come visit, especially if you have kids. They absolutely love this place.
I'll tell you what, or if you have an old husband, they like watching it too. Yeah.
Oh, do I have an old husband?
Yeah, you have an old husband. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you had a great time walking
Yeah.
through the aquarium, and I did too. It was really fun. But this is really neat how these little penguins just walk. They do the little march and they walk around, and it's our understanding from the information the folks were giving that they're very sociable.
Yeah.
They also had an auction going on, a silent auction, so that was kind of fun.
A lot of these items were for sale.
But we thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you have a great rest of your day.